physical property inspections. I'm gonna give you a couple tips today, help you streamline your process. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tim Diesel. I'm a commercial real estate consultant, and this channel is designed to give you tips and strategies in your business to help you excel and make more profit. All right, guys, the first person that's gonna check your property or qualified to check your property is your property manager. Now, let's set the stage and be clear here. You found a property, you're somewhat interested. You make the offer, you make the commitment, however you want to move forward. Everything is done subject to inspection. Now, your inspection can be as detailed or as non-detailed as you want. Remember, you're buying it, it's up to you. Most of the time, banks only care about appraisals. They usually don't say, give me the inspection report. The inspection is for you. So there's going to be 3 different people qualified to look at your property and kind of give you a good assessment of it. Now the first one I want to give you is your property manager. So you're in your 30-day inspection period. Your property manager is more than qualified to go down there and check the property out, or your property management company. Remember, these guys are managing who knows how many, 300, 400, 500, thousands. They've seen a lot of these properties. They can tell you what the problem is relatively quickly. Now, look around the units. You're not looking for a roof inspector or anything that specific. You're looking for the general assessment of the units in this case. Remember, this is somewhat preliminary. This is just to kind of get the ball rolling. You can have your property manager check out the property very inexpensively. Most of the time they're happy to do it. I've never paid a property manager to inspect a property. They know they're going to get the business and they'll do a pretty decent job for you. A lot of times they'll give you a detailed report. It'll be great. That's the first source you want to use, your property manager. You found property management. Hey, I'm buying something. Why don't you guys get in there and check the place out? We have a 24-hour notice. We're going to be there Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we want to get a good look of what we're working with. And they'll kind of tell you, hey, you know what? We noticed the roof is a little shoddy, the ACs look a little dull. They're going to kind of, because they're going to be renting the units. They're the best source to start with. All right, guys, so the next person qualified is an inspector. Get an inspector out there to the property, have them take a look at it, and let them give you their idea or their assessment. You don't have to pay big bucks for it. Just kind of say, hey, listen, I know it's $3,000 or $4,000, whatever you want for the inspection. I've got a 150 unit building. Is there anything you can do to give me kind of a general look? Look at the basic major items. I don't need you to go through every single unit. Don't spend all day there. What would it be for about an hour? Just kind of a look around. You know, let me know kind of what you think, what I should look out for. There are ways to do that. You do not need a full inspection all the time. And these are ways to help you cut cost during your inspection. This will really help you out. So get those inspections done by an inspector, but do it on a surface basis. You don't have to be so forensic on everything. Just kind of get an idea of what you're working with. All right. The last person qualified to inspect property is you. You are the investor, you are the buyer, you're the guy putting everything together. Maybe you've looked at a lot of units, you're qualified. You've seen a lot of these things. Cut the cost, get in there. If you're working with a group, if you want to charge them, that's up to you, but you're more than qualified. It depends on how many units you've seen. After you see 30, 40, 50 units, they all start to look the same. You kind of know what to look for. And then if you're buying a 30 unit building, a 50 unit building, you've looked at 6 or 7 of them, it's kind of getting to the point where you're seeing something and you can spot it a mile away. So there's no need to pay big bucks for this stuff. Get a general inspection. Usually the things that go wrong are quite major and they wipe out your replacement reserves. They're not going to be stuff like carpet and paint and things like that. You can tell all that stuff just by looking in. So if you walk in and you see that, get a good look and you'll be more than fine. So definitely use your resources, but you are qualified to look at a property and inspect it just on a surface level. See what you think. You don't need to have a professional inspection done all the time. It depends on what you're buying, depends on the condition, and what year it's built, that sort of thing. You're more than qualified to get in there and do an inspection yourself. All right, guys, let's do a quick recap and dive into this just a little bit. If your property manager is inspecting the property, then what you want to do is ask them for a report. It doesn't have to be a detailed report. Just kind of say, hey, listen, you've gotten in the units, what do you think? And let's just say it's a 20-unit building. They might say, hey, look, unit 7 is really bad, or unit 10, or whatever the case is. So ask for some notes. Now, when they give you those notes, it's going to be just like the kind of notes you get from an inspector. You're not getting as detailed, but you're getting notes, and you can kind of use those in your negotiation phase. Now, if it's you obviously are going to take your own notes and you're going to say, hey, listen, I've looked in all these units, the carpeting is bad, the flooring is bad, all the kitchens need to be redone. So you kind of want to use that in your negotiation. Remember, you want to not nickel and dime everything, but you want to use the stuff that makes more sense. Faucets, doorknobs, I always say don't even mention those. But if it's something that's major and it's adding up, appliances, maybe all the kitchens are good in one area of the building and then the other are not. And it just kind of depends on what you want to use, what you want to utilize. A lot of times, check the windows. So you're going in there, you want to see jammed windows. That's not very good. And keep your eyes on the bathrooms and the kitchens, right? You're looking for mold, you're looking for weird smells, anything of that nature. All right, so when you're going through a unit, kind of get a basic idea of the living room first. So you first walk in, most of the time it's a living room, right? If it's a 1-bedroom, it's usually a living room. Just walk in, look at the windows, and look up top at the ceiling. You're looking for evidence of leaks, and you're looking at the windows. Are they cracked? Do they open and close? Those windows have to be able to open and close, just regular type windows. Then you're looking for AC. How's it heated? How's it cooled? Is it a wall unit? Is it central? Does it work? And just kind of go through that one unit if you have to. Now, if you can't get through all the units, that's fine. Write clauses in your contract that protect you. Say, hey, listen, we checked out 60% of the building. We're hoping the other 40% is the same way. If it's not the same way, now you've got more credit, now you've got more leg to stand on. So your inspection, your physical inspection actually, is pretty much the easy part. The tough part is the numbers. Most of the time, if the numbers don't work, you're not even at this stage. There's no reason to look at a property if it's not working in your favor. All right, guys, that was basically on apartments, multifamily inspections. Retail is a little bit different. Office, warehouse, all that is going to be a little bit different. Because remember, if you're buying a retail building, the inside doesn't really matter because a new tenant is going to rip the whole thing apart anyway. Same thing kind of with an office. This is more multifamily apartment based. You want to get in there and you want to check the insides of those units. The other stuff is okay. So be very, very sure you're applying this to your apartment investing. This is not for your industrial properties. So I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, my question for you today is who has been doing your inspections? Have you always hired a property manager, or maybe you don't even do an inspection? I'd like to know. Comment below. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. I've got more stuff coming at you, and let me know if you want to know anything, and I will definitely answer it and get back to you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.